Welcome to Master Your Mindset for a weight loss breakthrough. Carve out the healthy life you deserve with Adrienne Kraig. Adrienne is a certified health coach here to guide women on their journeys toward a healthier life. Adrienne will lovingly hold you accountable and empower you as you create a natural and sustainable weight loss plan designed to keep you feeling good every step of the way. Nourishing food can be delicious and movement can be fun. Get ready to own your power and create lasting change in your mindset and lifestyle. Now here's your host, Adrienne.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Kraig. Welcome to Master Your Mindset for a Weight Loss Breakthrough. Would you like to break through the superficial and get to the root cause of your health and weight loss challenges? Would you like to gain body confidence on your weight loss journey instead of waiting until the end? I'm here to help you carve out the healthy life you deserve. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shannon Summers is back with me today. You may remember she was here with me a couple months ago and we talked about recovering from autoimmune with raw foods. Today, we're going to talk about moving beyond knowing so you can start doing. I have a few questions I want you to think about as we go forward today. Do you know what to do to take care of your health, but you get stuck and you have difficulty maintaining your progress? Think about that. And also, are you ready and willing to take charge of your health, but you're not quite sure what to do? Maybe you get confused. You're not sure how to move forward. Well, today we're going to talk about what it's like to work with a health coach, give you some information that could help you determine if working with a health coach is a good fit for you, and also what kind of benefits you can expect out of working with a health coach. So Shannon, so glad to have you back.
Yay, hello, thanks for having me today.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, doing really great. How about you?
I'm doing great also.
Good.
So I wanted to share, if you're okay with it, that we're kind of coming off a pretty cool opportunity that we had yesterday.
Yes, it was amazing.
So yesterday, Shannon and I had the opportunity to be keynote speakers at a women's health and empowerment expo out of Paris.
Yes.
So Shannon, you want to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it was such an exciting time to be a part of just so many amazing women and speakers. We just got email notification about an hour ago that our speech is actually going to be in a publication, an international publication. It's an international women's journal of women's health. Sorry. So it's very exciting news.
Yeah, and it was our first time doing a speaking engagement of that caliber. And coming from my corporate background, I'm a stats girl. And we came back with 91% of people polled thought we did very good to excellent. So that was kind of a boost for me and, led me to believe that we're on the right track here going forward. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's exactly what I thought. I said, that's like a B+. That's exciting.
Yeah. Awesome. So one of the things we talked about yesterday that we kind of wanted to share again today is we were talking about how we kind of became aware of health coaching and what we love about it, and shared some of the things that we do in our health coaching. And we thought that that would be a good thing to do today as well, because up until recently, we weren't all that familiar with health coaching. It's pretty new as far as taking off on kind of a mass scale. There were health coaches, there have been pioneers in that area of health and life coaching, but not on the broad scale it is today. And it's so much more readily available to people today.
Yeah, it's really taken off. I'm just really, I don't know, it's an exciting industry to be in.
So when did you first hear about health coaching and learn about what it is?
I think it kept coming up on my feed and Instagram. And I don't know what triggered that for it to be on there, but it kept coming up repeatedly. And I thought about it and thought about it and then clicked on it, looked into more information on it, what it was going to entail, the time involved for getting to be certified, and thought about it for a few more days after I did that and just went for it. I thought this sounds exactly like what I enjoy doing most, and just helping people, being a support system, just being an empath and feeling people's emotions. It just, everything fit for me. What about you?
Yeah, so I first learned about it in 2018, and I knew I was going to be going through a career transition, that my 20 plus corporate career was going, 20 plus year corporate career was going to be ending, and I knew I didn't want to continue on that path. And I'd always wanted to own my own business, but I knew that whatever I did, I wanted to help people, and I wanted to serve people in some way and help them just live a better life, have confidence and freedom in their life, because I think that's something that gets in the way for so many people.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend had told me she just started a health coaching certification program. And I started researching it all. And my intuition urged me that I also needed to follow that path. And since 2018, October 2018, when I first started, I've never looked back. And, I've completed, we've completed multiple certifications. We completed our two most recent certifications together.
Yeah, how we met.
And I've just loved every second of it since, getting into this industry and focusing on people's health and well-being.
Mm-hmm. It's so nice.
So for you, what do you love most about health coaching?
I think that it falls into that caring, nurturing side of me. I'm very much that, and I'm also what my family refers to as a driver. So between the two, it kind of encompasses both of, I guess, what I would consider my strengths. And my past, where yours was corporate, I was a hairdresser and loved my clients, loved nurturing them, taking care of them, getting to know, their families, their stories, and everything through the years. So I kind of feel like it's similar to that, except for instead of being behind a chair doing my client's hair, I'm more by their side and coaching, guiding, being a support system for them.
Yeah, in my corporate career, I had the opportunity to mentor, many people. I also trained, many people technically and on processes and things, but I didn't get to do so much, inner work. And that was something that I always kind of felt was lacking. What I love most about coaching, for myself personally, is I love that we get to be involved in helping people see that they can reach the healthy life they want, so that they can have the confidence to go after other things in their lives that they may not be going after, particularly if they're not feeling happy and confident with where they are physically, because maybe their health isn't where they want it to be, or they're not feeling confident in the way they look. But health coaching is so much more than that. It goes so much further beyond just the way you look or the number on a scale or size that you're wearing. And while we get to educate people, we also get to learn from the clients we work with, because everyone has their own different knowledge that they bring, or things they know they should be doing that they're not doing. So I love helping people break through those barriers and commit to their health and well-being.
That's a really good part of it. And it's like we get to continue to grow right alongside them. And I don't know, it's a gift, really. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know, one of the things we talked about yesterday that sticks in my mind is we get to help people go from I want to do it to I did it.
Yes.
And it makes them feel so good. So it allows us to, I don't know, it just allows us to feel so good. I don't really know how to describe that feeling. It's just amazing to know that you helped someone get to this elevated level that they had been struggling to get to on their own.
Yeah, definitely. I always say that their win is my win, because it feels like that every time as you watch somebody grow and, yeah, really change and take hold of a new future that they only had thought about. So making that a reality for them is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing that I was kind of talking about, where it's beyond just the scale or size clothing, you know, we look at it so much more than that. We look at it from a real holistic point of view.
Yeah.
From your perspective, you know, when you're working with clients, what are you looking at holistically to help them move forward?
I look at, I think the best way to describe it would be layers. There are so many layers to everyone, and things from, just outside things that are having an effect on their life to childhood things that are, deep inner working needs to be done. Um, they may come and say, wow, I want to lose weight and that's my goal. And breaking through those layers and bringing them all to the surface is something, they're like a flower blooming. It's something that I think most people don't even realize that you're going to get out of the experience. So that's my favorite part, I think.
Yeah, and I love that analogy of a flower blooming.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to segue excellent later into what we're going to share about how we're going to move forward. But yeah, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a flower blooming, you're planting seeds and you're growing, in your health to, become that blooming flower. Awesome.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. For me, the holistic approach, is what I have found a lot in my work is women forgetting to take care of themselves because, I've worked with a lot of moms and, once we have our children, we tend to forget about taking care of ourselves because we're busy taking care of everybody else, making sure everyone else has what they need. And so I like reminding people that you have to take care of yourself so that you can be your best self for the people you love. Because if you're running yourself ragged, then you're not really putting forth your best effort for your family, even though, you're doing your utmost to, give your family what they need. Yeah. Depleting yourself isn't really what they need. And it also goes to that emotional healing as well. And that's where I focus a lot, is on the emotional healing through emotional eating, busting through the self-sabotage, because a lot of times people get started on their healthy journey and they're making great progress. And then they get in their own head about it and they start falling back to those old patterns. So we're actually there to catch them and be there right by their side, so that even if they fall back to the old pattern, they're not going to stay there as long. They will recover that much quicker because they have an accountability partner there with them to help them through it. So that's, I think, from my perspective, what the holistic approach means. It's looking at everything: body, mind, soul, heart, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way of saying it, because it does matter. Everything matters. And being able to break through what's held them back previously and why they keep having to start over and take a break and start again, being able to break through that for them and with them changes their whole trajectory on what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the difference, because we've been so conditioned to focus on, what we put in our mouth, the scale, work out at the gym, but people do that and they get the results they want, but they get worn out and then they fall off track because they're not actually doing it in a way that's easy for them and their unique lifestyle and body. and they're not doing it in a way that's enjoyable for them. And so we actually help people strategize about how to do these things in a way that makes it easier for them and that they can actually enjoy the journey instead of dreading it the whole way through.
Oh my gosh, I know, like a gerbil on a little wheel. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be done a different way and less painfully, and definitely get better results in the end.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I wanted to talk about, we're going to talk about benefits, but I also want to talk about, for people who might not be familiar with coaching,
Mhm.
what obstacles, can come up for people on their journey, and what obstacles come up for us as coaches. So on your side, what have you seen?
I see a lot of childhood things that'll come up. Beliefs that are old beliefs that are no longer serving him anymore, that we need to get rid of those, push them aside and move on, because like I said, they're just not serving him anymore.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of generational healing involved.
Mhm.
And I don't think people necessarily realize that a lot of the things they're carrying are generational because,
Mhm.
each generation before had their own emotional wounds that they carry forward. And I think while we try to do better by our children and give them better than we had and learn, we also still get caught in those generational cycles and repeat some of those things. So yeah, there's definitely a
Guilty.
lot of generational. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. A lot,
Guilty on that. Yeah.
a lot of generational healing.
Yeah, there really is. When we were going through the different certifications we've gotten, we really had to look at some of those, and it's weird. It's crazy because you just don't even realize they're there because they've been there since you were born, just because it's generational and just passed down. And, you know, you're starting to carry baggage from the age of 6 months on, and you're going to pass that on to your children. So it's really, excuse me, interesting to witness and to have experienced that transformation.
Yeah, it is. It's how do I want to describe it? It's one of the things I guess that sticks with me that we've learned is we're all born with the right to love, safety, and belonging. And a lot of those generational wounds come out of people's fear of having those innate rights threatened. A
Mhm.
lot of times the things people do to each other that injure each other,
Yeah,
comes because they feel a threat to their right for love, safety, and belonging.
yeah,
Because no one wants to feel unloved or that they're not safe and that they don't belong with some group or some person. Everyone needs that love and connection in their life.
yeah,
And so I think one of the things we're able to do is help people take some of those difficult situations or traumas that they've experienced in life, and we don't we don't take away that it happened. You acknowledge and honor that it happened, but we help you change the perspective of it
yeah,
and what it means to you so you can create new, healthier beliefs that will serve you going forward.
yeah. Being okay with it and gaining some sort of understanding that often it's not even personal, that the things that have gone on and that have happened, it's just a generational thing, just passed down like grandma's dishes. It's kind of the same. And it's okay. You don't have to eat off those dishes all the time. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's your own.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Thank you.
That's true. Oh, that's awesome. Before we share our some, new news that we have coming up, I just wanted to, if someone's thinking about working with a health coach, what benefits, in your opinion, can they expect to receive?
Um, Definitely love and support. Um, they can look forward to, I think, just somebody being there through the times where you think you can't break through or you can't do it any longer. It's kind of like just taking a best friend taking you by the hand, and I think they can look forward to having that support to get through things, cross hurdles, recognize things, work through things. It's really, having a coach is a really all-inclusive, well-rounded experience to attain their goal.
Yeah, I love that. You're so dead on. And from my perspective, in addition to that, I also feel like, from my perspective, I know in my own personal life, I always do better when I have someone to hold me accountable, because I don't always hold myself as accountable as someone else will.
Yeah.
So while we're giving the love and support, we're also there to make sure that the person's going to do what they say they're going to do and honor their commitment to themselves, because it takes courage to move forward and change the things that aren't working in our lives or in our health, so that we can get where we want to go. And it takes courage to keep fighting through when that fear comes in, or the critical thinking comes in that gets in the way.
Yeah, definitely so. And I was thinking too, when you were speaking, the baby stepping, instead of be like, oh, I want to lose 150 pounds and I want to wear a size 6, and okay, let's go back here and let's start just with the baby steps and build on those goals, and have, short-term smaller goals, as well as, what you're hoping for in the end too, of course.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference when you just kind of, work through smaller steps, set smaller goals that will get you to, the end desired state that you want to be in.
Yeah.
And, that was what sparked my starting this podcast, because I wanted, I wanted to offer this as another alternative for people to get the information and get ideas on how to support their health. The reason I have you here today is because today's actually the last day of the Master Your Mindset podcast. But if you've been listening and following this podcast, I'm not abandoning you by any means. Shannon's here because we're starting an exciting new endeavor and partnership called Two Girls and Plants. And we have a new podcast starting on Friday, July 9th. So we will still be here on the second and fourth Fridays of the month at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. But you will get both of us together in the new Two Girls and Plants format. Did you want to tell our listeners a little bit more about it?
Yes, we are super excited, and every day it feels like it's just blossoming even more, bit by bit. We're going to cover eating whole foods, plant-based, talk about health, anything and everything health. We're going to kind of take, I guess, a holistic approach to health and what that means and whatever it encompasses. We're going to have guest speakers, of course, and we're going to do the live studio audience experience. We'll do some coaching. We'll be able to answer burning questions. And I don't know, it's going to be so exciting. We're still planning out different episodes. We have some things planned out for way in the future that won't even be immediate. So we're just going to keep rolling and growing. It's exciting. What about you? What would you say about it?
Yeah, I'm really thrilled with it. I've loved this podcast opportunity. It's been amazing, and I've loved doing this show. And I'm even more thrilled to get to do it with a friend, someone that, I hold dear to my heart and can have fun with. And while we're trying to focus on health and healthy living, we wanted to do it in a fun and casual way, so that while we're helping people advocate for their own health and improve their health, we can do it with some, curiosity, some courage, some laughter along the way. So I'm really excited about the new format.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So we want to make sure to invite all of you back to the first episode, which again is on July 9th, and the live studio audience will be back. So if you have been loving this podcast, you will get more of the same, but now you get double the interaction.
Yeah.
Get more help with life coaching.
Yeah. So fun.
So it was great having you back again. Thank you for coming back. And I am so excited to move forward with you in this exciting and just, I don't know, every time I think about it, I just get so happy.
Me too. I'm always smiling. Thanks for having me back again. And I look forward to our journey ahead together.
You're welcome. And for any of our listeners who are going to join us today in the live studio audience, as soon as the live portion's over, you can just click the join button and we will see you in the breakout room where you can get on the spot coaching, ask any questions you want, and we'll be there to help you with anything you need.
Thank you for listening to Master Your Mindset for a Weight Loss Breakthrough. Tune in next time for more groundbreaking insights to help you shift your mindset so you can achieve your goals and feel amazing in your body. Adrienne is here to support and inspire you on your weight loss journey. You don't need to do this alone. For more information about Adrienne or to work with her personally, visit lifecanyon.com.